Tonight I'm going to read to you Curious George Makes Pancakes. Oh, I loved Curious George when I was a child, so I can't wait to sit here and read this book to you. This is George. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. One morning, the man with the yellow hat woke George up early. "Time to get up, George," he said. "The pancake breakfast is today." Now, we have a pancake breakfast in our community that happens in March. It's the Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast, and everyone gets so excited about it. I wonder if it's like this. George loved the pancake breakfast. It was a fundraiser held every year to make money for special programs at the Children's Hospital. Besides eating pancakes, there were all kinds of games to play. Even the mayor came to play and eat. But first, he gave a welcome speech. "Thank you all for coming," the mayor said. "We appreciate your generous support." He thanked all the volunteers who were helping out that day, and he finally said, "Please enjoy yourselves and the pancakes." You see all the pancakes that they're getting ready to have. Ooh. When the mayor finished, the man with the yellow hat said, "George, I'm going to buy our tickets. Please wait here and don't be too curious." George waited like a good little monkey, but something smelled so good. Could it be the pancakes? George was curious. So when we hear curious, we know that that word means it's interesting. We have our spidey sense on. Something's going on. We want to figure out what's happening. So he got curious. He followed the delicious smell and found a whole griddle full of pancakes. George watched as a man poured little batter into circles and flipped them up in the air. It looked like fun to make pancakes. So a griddle, that's a new word. A griddle is kind of like a stove, and you see it's kind of longer so that we can put more pancakes on it. So he has a lot of pancakes sitting there. And it does look fun. He's flipping them up and down. George wanted to help. On a table near the griddle was a basket full of blueberries. These pancakes need blueberries, George thought, and he sprinkled some on top. That makes me wonder, how do you like your pancakes? I like strawberry pancakes. And blueberry pancakes are okay, but I also like the old-fashioned regular ones. Meanwhile, the man at the griddle was so busy he didn't even notice the little monkey helping him, but the line grew and grew. George's pancakes were a hit. Soon everyone wanted them, and the man could not keep up. "Please wait," he said to someone holding on an empty plate. "I need to find an assistant to help me." And just like that, he was gone. See that line getting long? George is putting lots of blueberries on them. George looked at the people waiting in line and then at the empty girdle. Why? He could make pancakes. He could be the assistant. So, George poured the batter into nice round circles. Next, he added blueberries. He waited just a minute to let the pancakes cook. Then he flipped them over. And last, he added syrup. The line for the pancakes was enormous. But with 4 hands, George made quite a chef, and no one's plate was empty for long. "I've been coming to this breakfast for years," a man said, "but I've never seen pancakes made like this before. I've never eaten this many pancakes before," said a girl. "I didn't even like pancakes before," said another girl, and they all lined up for more. So George's pancakes are a hit. Look at him using all 4 hands. When the man returned with his new assistant, he was shocked to see a monkey making pancakes. "This is no place for a monkey," he yelled, and began to chase George. George hadn't meant to cause trouble. He only wanted to help. Now he only wanted to get away. Quickly, George found a place to hide, and a man with his assistant ran right by. But where did George go? He's hiding with the stuffed animals. When it was safe to come out, George jumped down. He was covered in syrup like a pancake, and he was sticking on everything. George was curious. Could these napkins help him get clean? Have you ever taken, when you have something sticky, you try to get it up, and look, now it's just sticking to him. Sticking everywhere. Oh no. No, the napkins only made it worse. What George needed was some water to wash with. Why, here was the perfect thing. George climbed up. This would be a trick for a sticky monkey. George sat on the bench and splashed himself with water. But all of a sudden, oh no, what do we think he's in right now? To me, that kind of looks like a dunk tank. We're about to find out. Splash! George was in the water. What a surprise! George climbed up again and splashed back down. He had never been in a dunk tank before, and he had never had so much fun getting clean. Soon, everyone was having fun, and the line at the dunk tank grew even longer than the lines at the pancakes. Later, the mayor came by. I've heard all about your delicious pancakes, he said. You've made our fundraiser a big success, and I have a special favor to ask you. At the end of the day, George got to present the money from the fundraiser to the president of the hospital. Thanks to you, George, this has been our best year ever, she said. Will you come back and make pancakes again next year? George nodded, and everyone cheered. So this time his curiosity got him in a good place, and he made lots of pancakes. Yummy pancakes. I hope you enjoyed the story. Good night, Harlan.